Hi guys, so my name is Kurt Nightingale. It's my first video on YouTube, so I have a new channel. It's named to be decided right now. It's Goat Floater or Floater Goat. A friend of mine who's also be part of this channel. For my first video, I am going to be talking about escapism and gaming. I know, weird topic for a first video. Bear with me. So, escapism, first off, in the public eye, is something very wrong. According to how most public sees it, escapism is simply using entertainment to escape a negative reality. That's, again, not very accurate. Escapism comes in two different forms. As Jane McGonigal said in her TED Talks, and has an old psychiatrist professor in Norway said, he said, well, so here comes escapism comes in these two forms. The first of which actually follows the commonly accepted definition, which is self-suppression. That is, using escapism to get away from things like home abuse, if you have drug problems. Just really, it's used to get away from any negative reality, any negative occurrence in your life. And then there's the other form, self-expansion, which goes into finding positive experiences. A version of escapism most people aren't aware exists. So this form, self-expansion, as it sounds, is a very positive thing. You're using escapism to find a positive experience in whatever you're doing. Any form of entertainment. Through reading, find a world you're in love with, makes you happy, maybe brings you, like the book Good Omens for a lot of my friends. A book by Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Makes them very happy, lifts them when they're upset. So something like that, escaping in that book would be a form of self-expansion. A lot of people find happiness in watching movies, listening to music, exercising, and now, thanks to, especially now in today's society, through gaming. And this is kind of where I bring in the whole concept of escaping through video games. Or really, any kind of games. Because unlike things like reading, watching movies, listening to music, escaping through a game is a much more interactive experience. In the way that when you're escaping through a game, you aren't just sitting there listening to your music or just staring at the screen, doing nothing, sitting on your ass the whole time, eating whatever you want. When you escape through a game, you are actively engaged in that game. You are controlling something. You become these characters, these creatures. You choose how you want to interpret their adventures most of the time. Even for yourself, especially in games where you get to completely create your own character, games like the Dragon Age games, like the Elder Scrolls games, like your classic RPGs where you can make your own character whatever the hell you want him to be. And especially nowadays, especially in games like The Sims, Skyrim, for being more specific, but Elder Scrolls, the newest Final Fantasy game, World of Warcraft. I was going to say StarCraft, but that wouldn't work. You kind of get your own character. You don't really get your own character, but whatever. Your own race, that works. Dragon Age, like I mentioned, which came out very recently. Destiny, you can create your own character and make whatever you want. And then this goes beyond just playing video games. This also includes, like, some board games will require you can pick a character, but when you're playing the game, you make your own personality for them. Maybe you're a sassy shoe with Monopoly. Maybe you are a sexual seamstress and fiasco. It really depends on. I heard someone walking in, my sister at some point. But whatever you are, you create it yourself. In board games, video games, a lot of mobile games now. This thing right here, that gets you. A lot of games now you can make your own character in that, do your own thing. But also, you also get to make your own character in this amazing thing called role-playing. So those include games like Dungeons and Dragons, Numenera, Warhammer 40k. Those games probably were really the first games you could play where you really got to be a unique character, your very own person. You created your own personality, you decided how you looked, what you fought with, how you acted around certain people, if you decided to portray your whole team, become the villain, kill them all or not. I mean, with role-playing games like that, the possibilities are literally endless. You could be anything. And when you do that, when you start creating these characters, when you start thinking with those mindsets as that character, you are escaping. You're becoming someone else in a world that is not your own. And this is, again, most true when it comes to gamers and how they escape. Just think it's a game, find fun with it. But that's not really, that we know, that we've seen, that's not true. Of course, there's always a possibility that there is this, maybe one kid or another kid that does play a game, become violent like that. Because, especially if you're at a very, very young age, because of that, you're still, I can go into the whole cognitive development, Piaget, whatever, Sigmund Freud if I wanted to. But the whole point is, when you're at that young age, you're still developing who you are as a person, what you believe to be right and wrong, how you think, what kind of solutions you'll always lean towards. So, at that age, it can have an effect, but it doesn't mean it will. There's always a chance that I've seen. Actually, I have a friend who has a cousin who's like in 5th, 6th grade, who plays games like Saints Row, GTA, where he's like in the game itself doing horrible things to people. But then I've met the kids so many times. He's one of the nicest, sweetest kids there are. He wouldn't harm anything, not even maybe a fly. Not anything really. Like, he wouldn't hurt most animals, most people, unless there's actual cause or urgent need to do so in a very desperate situation. So, when you're escaping through a game, it becomes an experience where you are absorbed into that world. You become that person, that specific person in this world, this personality who lives in this new augmented society. And that's kind of the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to escaping in games. I'm actually going to be talking about this through several videos, make kind of a series. I'll be talking to people about why they play games when they escape. At some point, I'm going to actually share my own story. It may not be right now. It's not going to be right now because I'm actually running out of time. I'm trying to keep these videos to like 10 minutes or so. Maybe I'll go longer in the future. Maybe shorter if people want it shorter. Just, I'm doing this to share with people. Start a discussion about why you play games. And I know Gerard the Completionist, a YouTuber I love dearly, he actually did a very short video series. It's called Why We Love Games. And what I want to do is kind of not like, that's of course why we love games, why people love to play games. What what I want to do is I want to start talking about so not just why you love them, but why did you play them? Why did you start playing them? Why do you continue to play them? And for that, I'm going to be talking about when people escape, how they've gone through hard times, how it's helped them meet people, you know, all those kind of things. So I'm going to be starting a video series about that. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet. I'm always glad to hear opinions from you guys. And yeah, that's first video for this channel, first video for me. I hope you guys like this and are hoping to see more. I know it might be kind of a shitty quality because I don't have any fancy equipment. I kind of that's off the top of my head, like, why not do this? I started this right now. Again, hopefully you guys will like it, subscribe, or whatever. Leave your comments. I'll gladly read comments, and I will be glad to see you in the next video. So, you start early with a really cheesy line I thought of. I'll see you in the next level. Bye.